Hey guys, I wanted to do a sketchbook video because I really actually enjoy watching those a lot on YouTube, and I've been binge watching them for the last week or so. Here's my sketchbook from 2012 to 2013-ish. I got it in the mail with my Kansas City Art Institute acceptance letter, which is my one-year art school that I reference in my other videos. I like to do, I liked and I still like to do a lot of figure drawing. This one right here is done in stippling. I don't know if you can see all the little tiny dots, but that one took me a really, really long time. But I like it. This one was done in half stippling, half ink. I think I used India ink for the brown and the blues. The blues are kind of hard to see, but I like this one a lot too. It's a Moleskine sketchbook, and the pages are pretty thin. And I like to do double-sided pages, so I think that was one of the biggest downsides to this sketchbook, was just how transparent the pages were. But they did hold the ink and the watery materials and mediums better than I thought. Here's a calligraphy sketch that I had taken out of another sketchbook and pasted in there, and I had written some French, I think, around it, and my daughter actually recently ripped out that top part. Here's the only page in the entire sketchbook that's double-sided, and that one up top is another calligraphy page that I had taken out of a separate sketchbook, and underneath it was an artist trading card and a quote from my favorite book. Tried to do a male figure drawing. I just didn't find it as fun, so I kind of stopped halfway through. I did this right after my boyfriend bought me some brand new Tombow markers. Grayscale markers. I really like them. I still use them, actually, for a lot of my sketches. They're just really nice, and they blend well, and they just have a really cool effect. This is one of my favorite I guess not really a sketch, it's more finished, but the next couple pages are more doodly. Most of my sketchbooks, the first few pages are usually a lot of finished pieces, and well, not finished pieces, but they look better. They're more put together, and then the pages slowly start to evolve into little sketches like this, and that's really what a sketchbook is for practice and messing around and trying new things. I don't like this one at all. It was bad, so I'm going to skip it. This was when I was doing a figure drawing class. We were using India ink, and I forgot my big sketchbook that day. One of our homework assignments for that class, my figure drawing class, was to go and do people sketching and to try to capture movement. So I went to Starbucks with my boyfriend one night, tried to draw my boyfriend while he was browsing the internet. This one's one of my favorite pages. I really like this girl here. I think I captured her hand really well too. And I don't know. I just think it has a really nice flow to it. After looking at this and making this video, I forgot how fun people sketching was. I remember doing this little weird bug doodle thing in my philosophy class. It was a horribly boring class. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention in that class. Here's one I did in Ballpoint Pen. And most of these figure drawings that look really finished like this, I used photo references on the internet, and not actual live figures. But the one in India ink was a live figure. These are all pages of notes for my philosophy class because I constantly was forgetting my notebook. Some more weird doodles. I like to copy, well, I guess copy and paste from my other sketchbooks, and by that I just mean cut out of sketchbooks I'm not using anymore and paste them in my newest sketchbook. I don't remember what I was doing here. I wanted to do something cool on lined paper, and then it ended up just looking bad with that. Here's what I really like. I based the pose off of a live figure drawing sketch that I had done in my figure drawing class, and then just got tentacles on her head. I liked this one too. I really like adding a bunch of animal parts to humans and making new things. Cat doodle, I never finished. My cat, because he moves too much. Mermaid sketch, I never finished. I really like this one though. Well, I like the concept of it. I don't know if I like the actual sketch, but I had a lot of fun with it, with the mushrooms growing out of her, and mushrooms are cool. They're really fun to draw. There's so many different kinds. I tried to sketch my daughter while she was sleeping. Some calligraphy practice. This I actually just did a couple weeks ago. Just some weird practice. Here's another one I did recently for the concept of a bigger piece I'm doing. So I used up almost all of the pages in a year and then came back to it. Oh, what year is it? It's 2015, like 2 years later. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be posting more soon. Thanks.